Hello friends, I would like to welcome you all for the exhibitor meet of Brands of India of CMAI. We are thankful to you for showing support by participating in the first edition of the Brands of India show and making it the largest trade show outside India of Indian brands. So 3 cheers to us. I would now request the show chairman and vice president Jayesh Bhai to please come on the dais. Jayesh Bhai, Shah. I would also request Shri Rohit Munjal, vice president CMI, to please come up on the dais and have a seat. I would also request the president of CMI, Shri Rajesh Masand, to please come up on the stage and have a seat. Rajesh Bhai. On 14th of September this month, CMI did its first curtain raiser in Dubai. We would like you to have a look at the first event, a glimpse of those events. Playing on the screen for you, the glimpse. Friends, it was a very well organized and well attended event for the curtain raiser. I would now request our CMI President Shri Rajesh Bhai to say a few words about the event and for the CMI.
Friends, it gives me a lot of pleasure and I am privileged to say the curtain raiser which we did on 14th of September, we had our chief guest, His Excellency Ambassador of India to the UAE, Shri Sanjay Sudhir, and Shri Ashraf Ali as the guest of honor for this event. Shri Ashraf Ali is the Executive Director of Lulu Group. This event was attended by more than 35 media, including Khalij Times, Gulf News and Gulf Today. And if we compare these three medias, it is equivalent to our Times of India, Hindustan Times and other papers. So we are very lucky that we got coverage in all the major medias. We had close to 20 influencers who are going to promote this event and also our show. Since this was our first show in Dubai, we were also a little apprehensive how many people would come to this event. But I am proud to say that it was a totally jam-packed event. We had leading retailers coming into the show like, just a minute. Lulu Group was there, Apparel Group was there, Flower Trading Company was there. We had agents and importers. So it was a very well attended event, and more than the numbers, it was who matters. They attended the event. Since the time we announced the Brands of India show, this was our 6th event. And when we had planned for this event, we had thought, 100 ho jayenge to bahut acha hoga. Today, I am more than happy to announce that we have 237 stalls. $237 stalls puts a lot of pressure on us. We need to get the visitors. For that, we have a PR agency based in UAE and also a PR agency based in Bombay who are guiding us how to do the promotion. The Indian Embassy is also promoting our event. We are also trying to promote our event not only in UAE and GCC country, but also African countries. Through our contacts with IAF, that is International Apparel Federation, we are trying to build to many more countries like Iran, which is a huge buyer from Dubai. We are also doing a lot of promotion on FM in UAE. FM is a very popular mode of promotion in UAE. Social media promotion is also being undertaken. More details can be shared with you during the question answer session. Now there is one very important thing. Due to CMAI's credibility, आप लोगों ने जो हमारे ऊपर faith दिखाया है, by taking a 12-meter stall at 3,26,000, we are trying to get MAI grant for our exhibitors. We have already made an application to the government, and we are very hopeful that we should be able to get the MAI grant. Whatever MAI grant comes to us, that would be given to the exhibitors. Friends, it is indeed a privilege, and I should thank all of you for making this Brands of India the largest trade show of Indian apparel brands outside India. And that too, our very first edition. I think I would give a very big round of applause to Jayesh Shah and his team for doing such a wonderful job. Friends, now comes the challenge. We have got 237 exhibitors. We need to make it a huge success. For that, we need visitors. We are promoting the show on social media. We are promoting the show on FM. We are doing it through embassy. But I would request all of you, if you could share data of your existing retailers in those areas to CMAI email ID. I can assure you one thing, full confidentiality would be maintained on that data. Even the president of CMAI cannot access that data. So I would sincerely request if we can get that data, that would add on to the data we are already circulating the promotions. Friends, now we present the promotional film which we are also translating into Arabic, and this will be used for promoting our show. Yeah.
CMAI, the pillar of India's apparel industry, having over 4,000 members and serving more than 20,000 retailers in India, is proud to present Brands of India. a first-of-its-kind organized effort to showcase top apparel brands from India in Dubai, where innovation meets commerce with support by the Embassy of India and TechSmash. Over 250 Indian brands will showcase their collections. These will include menswear, ladieswear and kidswear to wholesalers and retailers, distributors and importers, as well as departmental chains from the Middle East and North Africa at the Dubai World Trade Center. Partnership Agreement, CEPA. We're unlocking new possibilities. The Indian apparel industry has evolved over the last few decades and is now a vibrant and dynamic sector that has made a significant impact both nationally and internationally. Indian craftsmanship inspires designers and consumers around the world, making it a prominent player in the global fashion landscape. Indian designers showcase their collections at most international fashion weeks and events. Indian apparel brands are witnessing demand not just from the Indian diaspora, but also from other Asian countries. Brands of India is the largest showcase of Indian apparel brands on a global stage. The list includes brands like Spica, Louis Philippe, Diffusion, Soch, Ginny and Johnny Dollar, Touch, Bonsoir, A La Mode, Story, Satya Fusion, and many more. We have invited retailers, wholesalers, representatives from departmental chains, agents, distributors, and importers with a presence in the Middle East and North African region to offer access to a treasure trove of unique, high-quality Indian clothing and textiles. The fair will showcase top 250 plus apparel brands from India. This will present an exclusive opportunity to discover and source popular Indian apparel brands that are creating new trends in the markets. Brands of India is bringing together under one roof the most popular apparel brands in menswear, women's wear, and kids wear ranging from Indian ethnic to Western and fusion wear. Whether you are an importer, retailer, wholesaler, distributor, or part of a departmental chain, you can network with Indian manufacturers as per your requirements, establish new business relationships, and explore potential collaborations for mutual growth. Mark your calendars from November 27th, 2023 to November 29th, 2023 from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Dubai World Trade Center, Hall 6 and 7. Join us at Brands of India, where excellence meets the world. Be a part of this global celebration of Indian creativity.
Friends, we are also going to do road shows in Saudi Arabia, Nairobi, Kuwait, and Nigeria. And if somebody thinks some other places also we should do the road show, we would be more than happy to do it. And today's meeting is live on Facebook. If somebody's family member wants to see it, or brother or son or daughter, they want to see it, they can see it live on Facebook now.
Friends, this was a short snippet by our President, Shri Rajesh Masand. I would now request Shri Rohit Munjal, Vice President CMAI, to give you a presentation of all the facilities and details about the show that CMAI is offering for you. The details of the show will be put up on the screen, and Tony Bhai would be speaking about it briefly. Over to you, Tony Bhai.
Welcome, friends. The date of the Brands of India show to be held at the World Trade Center, Dubai, is the 27th, 28th and 29th of November 2023. The fair timings, as mentioned in the slide, are from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the evening. The stall possession will be given at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the 26th of November. CMAI has made provision at 2 hotels in Dubai for all the exhibitors. One hotel is Hotel Movenpick at Bar Dubai, and the other one is Hotel Hyatt Regency at Dera. We have also made ample transport arrangements from the hotel to the venue and from the venue back to the hotel. The morning coaches will leave between 9 and 9:30 from the hotel, and the 8:30 to 9, and in the evening from 6:30 to about 7:30 back to the hotel. As you are seeing on the screen is what we are offering you in the Shell scheme. The spotlights is what I would like to bring to your attention. WTC offers 4 spotlights in a stall of 12 square meters and 5 spotlights in a stall of 16. But we have requested them to give us 5 and 6 respectively. We are also providing buffet lunches, 2 people per stall for 3 days, the fair days. Please intimate the CMAI office if you are keen on Jain food on all the 3 days. The checkout in the hotel, check-in will be on 26th at 2 p.m. and checkout will be on 30th at 12 noon. We are also providing hangers. I think we've already got the requirement what kind of hanger you need. So we are giving 96 in 12 square meters and 144 hangers in 16 square meters. We're giving 2 stands in 12 square meters and 3 stands in 16 square meters. We have also appointed R.E. Roger India as the official freight forwarding agency. I think he'll make a small presentation now. For the branding in your stalls. Mr. Kiran Shetty is there. The payment is to be made directly to them. Of course, all the information that I have just mentioned will be shared with you on the exhibitors group. We are targeting about 2,000 to 3,000 visitors spread over 3 days. From the Middle East, Africa, the entire Gulf region, Iran, Turkey. We are trying our level best to approach as many buyers as we can. And as Rajesh Bhai mentioned, if you have any particular buyers in mind, please intimate to the CMAI office and we will invite them. Thank you.
Friends, I will now just show this coffee table book. This is just like our fair guide. हम NGF में fair guide करते हैं. This is what we will give to a retailer when he visits the show. This would have एक पेज पे 2 जन का आएगा. So this will have all the details about manufacturers participating in Brands of India, and the retailer will carry it back with him.
Friends, CMI has done a tie-up with a freight forwarding agency called RE Rogers to take your samples and back. The detailed information will be shared by Mr. Sachin Usgaonkar now, who will make a short presentation on the same. Mr. Sachin Usgaonkar.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. I could see a full house over here. Thank you so much for the gentleman on the dais for giving us the opportunity to be part of this magnificent event, Brands of India. So, we RE Rogers India Private Limited, we are like the major stake in this trade is basically exhibitions, events, defense, sports, entertainment, industry, free trade zone services. The reason behind explaining our services is like you should know the vendor or a service provider with whom you are dealing with. So, this is our presence pan-India. See, we will be accepting shipments in Mumbai for this particular show. But suppose if any of the exhibitors is based somewhere else pan-India, so we can take care of it. We have local representatives pan-India who will be locally assisting with the exhibitors. So it is like it becomes easier for the exhibitor, like suppose a person or an exhibitor is in Chennai, he'll be more comfortable working in his local language or something like that. So we have that presence also, pan-India presence. Then coming about the contact details. So you could see we have given the escalation points. I'll be the main point of contact for you people. Any queries, anything out of the box, if any queries you have, please feel free to reach out to me. My second line of contact will be Mr. Amit More. His contact details are also there. He'll be coordinating on day-to-day communications, documentations, whatever it is, all small things he can deal about it. And for major escalations, if anything, if you feel like, no, it has to be escalated, something is not going right, like you feel like a senior guy must be reaching us. So we have shared the contact details of our CEO based out of Mumbai, Mr. Sudhir Dhawan. So his details are also there. So we are very much transparent on it, and rest assured you are in trusted hands. Then, but obviously we'll be sharing all the shipping instructions with you as we move ahead with the dates. So we have given the consignee instructions, the notify instructions, the port of discharge, airport of discharge in UAE. These are the basic things. Then the list of documents. I won't go in the details into it. Okay, as soon as we move ahead with the dates, I'll share all these details with you. As soon as I get the details of each of the exhibitors from CMAI, we will share a booklet of shipping instructions to all of you. So, as soon as we move ahead, so we'll get it clarified, because if we discuss in detail, it will be a lengthy communication for us. Then these are the basic things, like for if you are preparing an invoice, so it should not be zero value invoice. So whatever you are shipping, there must be a value to it. Even it's a product value, give a product value. Invoice should not be a zero value. No pro forma invoice is acceptable. You have to prepare a commercial invoice for that. So for returnable shipments, if you are intending to get the shipments returned back to India, customs is very clear about it. There must be 100% identification establishment to your product. Whatever you have sent, there must be an identification mark to it. I can understand, like, if there are machines, there are serial numbers, model numbers and everything. When we speak about garments, there are particular tags, right? You put tags to it. So if you intend to bring back the same material, we recommend you put a tag to your garments, and we'll show the same tags to the customs, and we get it duty free when you return back to it, to India. Suppose you are willing to get it back. So these also will guide you step by step when we move ahead. Then the most important thing, the exhibitor would always like to know. Suppose if I send, so what will be the duty implications? What will the duty? So like almost like 80-90% of people over here might be knowing, like in Dubai there is standard 5% flat duty and VAT 5.25%. So total comes to 5.26 on your CF value. I request, like, don't misdeclare or undeclare your commodity or whatever you are sending. Okay, it must be a fair market value. because when you go for under declaration or misdeclaration, there are chances shipments getting stuck up with the customs. Then the deadlines, but obvious. We have given our deadlines by 18th of October at, we have 2 receiving locations, one in Andheri and one in Taloja in Navi Mumbai. So you can arrange to deliver over there. If you want us to pick up, we will pick up the shipment from your works with an additional cost. We'll give you the commercials for that as well. As I said, we request you to please adhere to the deadlines given. Nevertheless, we also have some buffer days also. We also keep some buffer days for you people so that we don't miss on the deadlines. But as on now, we request to just adhere to this 18th October deadline. We are flexible on this. Then how the packages has to be marked. Before coming on the markings, we strongly recommend your packages must be properly packed. Even though right now the monsoon is going on, we never know, like in India nowadays, like it rains anytime in the year. So we recommend your packages must be transit worthy, ocean shipment worthy, properly packed with these case markings. Brands of India exhibition name of the exhibitor, stand number, case number, gross weight, net weight, dimensions. If you feel like you are unable to understand it, you just give us the details and we'll label your packages. Yes, sir.
Packaging while coming back wood.
But officer, we will do it.
Perfect नहीं होगा.
Yeah.
Venue पे होगा.
Correct.
वो कैसे?
See, at the venue, our guys will be present on the site. In your presence, all the items will be total, tallied, and will be handed over to our guys. In their presence, the packages will be packed, repacked again. But for that, exhibitor needs to give us the instruction what type of packaging is required. Because they need to arrange in advance. So these packages requirement exhibitor needs to give us. See, my guys will be handing over the disposal form at the exhibition stand. Before the exhibition stands.
To write everything is not possible.
Right. So we recommend the invoice or details, what they give to us, you also carry to the exhibition site along with you. That time it becomes easier, so they don't have to run for each and every item to check. Country of origin must be compulsorily mentioned on the packages. It's a mandatory requirement. Country of origin must be with non-removable ink printed or engraved on the packages and relevant handling instructions. Nevertheless, it goes from our side, even if you don't mark it, so we mark the packages. Then this is the like insurance, about the insurance. So insurance is never part of our services. It is the onus on the cargo owner. So they have to arrange for the insurance for the complete during the transit as well as when the cargo is on our handling. So that's all. These are the basic things. So any questions, if anybody has, so they can reach out to me. Or right now also, if you have anything, you just let me know. Yes, sir.
इनका एक help desk भी है यहाँ पे.
Yeah.
So after the event, if anybody has a particular question, they can ask him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just have one simple question. 100 garments, 3 cartons.
Yeah.
Okay?
Correct.
And you would ask me what's the size of the carton. I will just simply mention 20 inch by 30 inch or 36 inch.
Correct.
What would be the cost?
See, we have already shared our commercials with CMAI. Yeah, we have already shared. So
Okay. We will share it with our
yeah,
exhibitors.
please.
Fair
That,
enough.
like it.
And time bound 18th October to what?
Yeah, I do understand because see, as I said, we are a bit flexible. The reason behind like every exhibitor will they'll need a couple of days more, so nobody will be ready. So I need to stick to the deadlines, but we are flexible like couple of days.
Can we do a reverse working?
Yeah.
Say the exhibition is on 27th.
Yeah.
Okay. We would need the goods in to be on the safer side in Dubai port or outside the port in your godown, say 4 days before the event.
Correct.
Okay. That makes it 23rd. Take 2-3 days shipment clearance, 20.
Correct.
Okay. Now, if you tell me I am a garment manufacturer participating in an exhibition in Dubai on 27th of November,
Right.
to give you a sample on 18th of October, half of these people would tell me, Rajesh bhai, aap pagal ho gaye ho.
I'll explain that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I will be very clear with you. the shipment, the delivery receiving in Mumbai cannot be in October. Let's be realistic. Yeah. So we are like this. I will tell you one thing. हमारा ग्राहक हमारे से डंडा मार के मांगता है कि डिलीवरी जल्दी करो. So we are a little late, Latif.
Correct, I understand.
So you have to give us that time.
See, I'll explain in reverse how it goes. Now you have given like 26, 27 is your show date, for example. So we never consider those dates. Like we directly come on the 20th, for example. We keep it on the mind like we need to deliver by 20th. Okay, I'm talking about the ocean shipments. 20th, then we go on reverse. Usually it takes 1 working week in destination. Usually 2 working weeks for ocean shipment, 1 working week for air freight shipments. This is a standard exhibition industry logistics association's requirement. International Exhibition Logistics Association, they have a framework wherein ocean LCL shipments, it takes 2 working weeks. By default, agent asks for 2 working weeks for ocean shipments, LCL, 1 working week for FCL, and 1 working week for air freight. That means 5 days for custom clearance. Okay. For LCL shipments, I am considering 5 days, where my agent needs 2 working weeks, 14 days. Now we take that, 7 days. 3 to 4 days it takes for the vessel to offload the container and the container to reach to the de-stuffing point. We'll come back, right? So those additional 3 to 4 days. Then we take like the average transit time nowadays for Jebel Ali is 5 to 7 days. From Nhava Sheva to Jebel Ali, 5 to 7 days. Then we come back again, 1 working week, again behind for the custom clearance, container stuffing and handover to the shipping line. Usually the cutoff is 3 days prior to the vessel sailing. मतलब अगर 7 दिन का ट्रांजिट है 3 दिन पहले मुझे कंटेनर स्टफ करके मुझे शिपिंग लाइन को हैंड ओवर करना है. तो 3 दिन के पहले मुझे 5 to 7 days I just have 7 days to arrange all the documentation, to consolidate all the cargo, to stuff the container and custom clearance करके मुझे हैंड ओवर करना है. So usually these are the things what we have on hand. I totally agree. अभी दिवाली भी आ रही है, festive seasons है, everybody will be tied up with that. But like we as an exhibition logistics agents, I am pretty like most of the time adamant. Reason behind, exhibitor reaches the fairground, exhibition hall, और अगर आपका exhibits वहाँ पे नहीं होगा, just imagine those things.
No, at least if we can extend the 15-20 days.
That the consignment is there. At least 1 or 2 days prior. Somebody is asking for question.
Yeah.
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 Just a question, in case a lot of us might already be exporting to the Middle East countries as well. So, and I understand as a consolidator of various shipments and a lot of documentation, for you the custom clearance and the internal process pre-shipment would be a longer process. So, in case if any of us may desire to send the shipment on our own, but get the shipment back from your, as you as a service provider, since you will be present at the venue, is that also an option that it is open to us?
See, we are open to that. If you send through your logistics provider up to the port, from there also we can take care of it.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, from there also we are flexible on that. As I told you, we are flexible on that as well. Okay, but those charges will be not on consolidation basis.
No problem. But that is a service that you are willing to provide if necessary.
We will provide those services.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we will provide those services. And as I said while giving the deadlines, I clearly told like we are flexible on that. We are flexible on that, but like I am trying to like explain you to adhere those deadlines is like वो हो जाता ना ह्यूमन टेंडेंसी इंडियंस के थोड़े हो जाते कि ये 18 तारीख दी है तो ठीक है तो मैं तो खींच लूंगा मतलब 25 तक सर मैं एक्सेप्ट कर लूंगा अगर मैं 25 दूंगा तो सर 30 तारीख तक तो या
All this consignment
यस सर
will deliver to their store, correct?
यस सर delivered to the stand yeah delivered to the each exhibitor stand
And pick up also from there.
pick up those are return shipments those will collect from this
Sir, can you just tell us the approx charges, sir? Might not be accurate, but at least what are the volumetric charges?
so we'll be charging CMAI will share. We have already shared the
That
comments.
they will share, but at least we need to be mentally prepared whether because it's 18th of October you are telling. That is why.
Yeah.
उनका हमें फर्स्ट प्रपोजल आया है. वी आर येट टू नेगोशिएट ऑन इट. आपका एक रफ प्रपोजल जो आपने दिया है वो शेयर कर दो.
Yeah, we have given 30,000 per CBM up to 500 kgs. This is for ocean shipment. For additional CBM, 5,500 per CBM. 0.75% is the bond fee अगर आपका return है.
And that 30,000 is
Per CBM, per CBM.
Okay. Now this 30,000 is to and
one
fro.
way or two
No,
way?
that is one way.
One way.
30,000 one way, I'll tell you. 30,000 one way from receiving shipment at our warehouse up to delivery to stand. If it's returnable, then 0.75% is the bond fee that the exhibitor has to bear additional. Agar return hai, then again 30,000 for the return leg per CBM. For additional CBM, again 5,500 per CBM for additional CBM. Plus वहाँ पे कुछ consume हो जाता है, anything like consumable, तो whatever duty applicable, so that will be received at actual plus outlay commission. Yeah.
Broadly speaking,
Yeah, exhibition stand. Your stand.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Can you have a minimum of 200 and instead of 1 CBM if somebody has half a CBM?
So minimum what we have kept actually, that too. Yeah.
So supposing, I will just add one more question. I will just add one more question. Supposing I give you one master invoice and two separate invoices, can they be clubbed together as one shipment?
In that case, then exhibitor can themselves, they can club each other.
Fine.
And they can.
So two exhibitors can do it together. Fair enough.
Hello? Sir, again, one more thing. Yeah. This is just general question. If someone wishes to take the samples along with them, so what would be the custom, formalities which would be involved?
See, we are not responsible for any customs.
Generally just asking.
No, generally the reason I'll give you because the passenger customs is totally different. Even though the rules and regulations are the same, but it totally depends on the customs officer's mind. See, sometimes in the case, many times it happens you move out of the green channel, like nobody gets hold of you. But at times, like suppose if you carry some high value shipments with you and you try to go from the green channel, and if you get stuck up, then the fine, penalties and everything is different. As far as I'll give you a basic information how the hand carry exhibits are moved basically. See, as an exhibitor, this is just my, don't take it as a written record. This is my suggestion and from my experiences. If you are trying to take anything hand carry with you, okay, get a proper invoice declaring all the values and everything. A person who is carrying, take an authority letter in his favor from the companies or whoever it is. Declare all the prices and everything. At the departure airport, get your invoices, whatever documents are there, get it endorsed. Keep the participation certificate with you in favor of your company. Keep that participation, get all these documents endorsed with the customs while departing from here. On arrival in Dubai, show the same documents to the customs. Okay, get it endorsed, do the exhibitions. Whatever you have to take it back, again at the time of departure, you get the documents endorsed. That these are the same carrying bag.
One person 25 kg फ्री है जब अपने टिकट बुकिंग करवाते हैं तो 50 kg में अपने सैंपल आ जाते हैं तो उसमें अपने को बुकिंग करवाना जरूरी है
नहीं, कोई कंपलसरी नहीं है, कोई कंपलसरी नहीं है. ये हमने प्रोविजन रखा है क्योंकि इंटरनेशनल कस्टम्स का रूल ये है कि जब आप इतने सारे गारमेंट्स ले जाओगे वो मल्टीलेटेड होना चाहिए, कटा हुआ होना चाहिए.
नहीं 12 SQM में आपने 96
जो हम यहाँ से दिल्ली सैंपल ले जाते हैं वो इंटैक्ट है. जब आप एक्सपोर्ट में सैंपल ले जाओगे वो सैंपल आप वहां नहीं बेच सकते हो. ठीक है, इसके लिए कस्टम्स वाले बहुत कंट्री में इंसिस्ट करते हैं कि गारमेंट कटा हुआ होना चाहिए.
I would like to say something on this, if you allow me. See, Rajesh, you from CMI should provide a certificate to each and every participant because it's a big body and the fair is announced. It's a big event. So you can give a certificate for customs to carry. I mean, we have to inform you that my certificate will carry, say, 1,500 samples. So that certificate will definitely help me to take the sample non-mutilated and bring it back The only thing I have to do is when I go there, as the gentleman said, I have to carry an invoice with me, declare what I'm carrying over there. When I come back, I've got to stamp that and bring it back. So a certificate from CMI will definitely help me in doing the logistic on my own.
Ajit bhai, we will definitely provide you this certificate.
Yeah.
No risk attached.
No, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. No risk attached.
Responsibility is mine.
See, the only reason why we are also providing this facility, like even I am thinking, I might carry the samples myself.
Correct.
Okay. I will share an experience with you. I was going to Jeddah. Okay. I got down from the plane, took my suitcases. I was carrying some 24 shirts. Just 24 shirts. The custom guy opened my samples, said, "Jane do." Next to me was a guy from Calcutta. He had 4 suitcases, Babla ka samples, around 170, 180 samples. They impounded his consignment. Okay. How I know this thing? Since we share the same agent in Jeddah.
Correct.
Next day he comes to the agent's office. यह मेरा sample वहाँ पे रोक दिया है. Give me somebody. मेरा sample release करने के लिए. It took him 3 days to get the sample released. We are absolutely fine if we are not using their services.
See, I am interested in using this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We are absolutely fine if you want to carry the samples on your own. My only thing is we will give you participation letter. We will give a letter that you are a bona fide member of CMAI. You have participated in this exhibition and you are carrying so many samples.
Correct. That's what. Yeah. And if I declare it at the customs while going, that person...
Okay, we cannot say how many samples. We are saying you have only participated.
Okay.
I cannot vouch what you are carrying.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, the date is terribly challenging.
My one question. If we give you October end.
Yeah. That's what.
Let me. See, I will.
Excuse me. One question. Supposedly, you all are giving a deadline of October. Now that Diwali season is going on, for all the manufacturers, they are busy in dispatch. So, half of the sample we are interested in taking their services, but it may happen that the fabric come late and we are carrying some samples along with us also at the end moment, supposedly on 25th or 26th November. Would that also be possible?
See, I will tell you one thing. You are allowed 25 kg in your this
whatever
thing,
flight we have booked.
Plus the 7 kg luggage, whatever flight. Dubai is a bit lenient. If you are carrying not too many samples, maybe you can get through with it by the green channel also.
Okay.
Or complete the process of that carrying samples. You can ship part of it earlier and part of it carry with you.
So we can get the certificate also from CMAI of that we are carrying the latest sample
Everyone
also and we can use these services also. Pardon?
No, we are just giving participation certificate.
But in that you will be writing that we are carrying so and so sample. Means not number of samples, but we are carrying samples for the exhibition.
What we would be writing, so and so person of this company is participating in this event, okay? And we confirm they are our bona fide members and they have a stall there. I cannot write that you would bring the samples back, which means I would be taking the onus on myself to guarantee that you would be getting the samples back. But if you can mutilate the samples, that's sure shot, nothing, the samples will not be confiscated. That is the safest and the best bet. A full sample, there is always a risk. But Dubai, what I am told, maximum they can tell you is, अच्छा इसका 5% import duty भर दो. हाँ, रिटर्न में इधर शायद इशू आ सकता है.
Before checking in from here, you have to go to the custom department along with your list, what are the samples you are carrying, and that should match the design number, art number, and whatever is mentioned on the sample. The custom officer will check each and everything. He will tick mark on the design number as well as on the garment, and he will stamp, sign it, and that later he will give it back to you. That later you have to carry while coming back, and the same design number, same garment should be there. Like आपने 110 गारमेंट लेके गए तो 110 वापस चाहिए, 120 आए तो कस्टम वाला पूरा का पूरा कंसाइनमेंट सील कर देगा. So whatever you declare here, custom will sign it, and while returning, hand carry में जितने भी sample है, they will check your list and they will allow you to go out.
Yes.
Ajit bhai, if I have to give a realistic date, okay, even if we have to do working reverse, we cannot expect the samples to reach Dubai port on 25th. That would be suicidal. We need to ensure it is at Dubai port released on 20th.
I think 30th October के ऊपर तो नहीं जा.
यहाँ से आपको 30th October would be safer side.
Yes. That would be the outer cutoff date. Because 20 days to
And as the ma'am rightly mentioned, whatever is ready by 30th October, hand over to them. Balance you carry.
Yeah, it should be reaching your office by 30th October, right?
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough.
Any other queries, friends, regarding the transport of the samples? If you have,
I have one query.
Yes,
अरेंजमेंट है
आप रिटर्न की बात कर
क्या
रहे हैं?
रिटर्न में, और क्या हमको डॉक्यूमेंट्स वहां से आपको उधर देना पड़ेगा?
नहीं, वहां से कुछ नहीं रहेगा. आपको एक डिस्पोजल फॉर्म दिया जाएगा.
ओके.
पैकिंग का आपका जो भी रिक्वायरमेंट है, यू नीड टू टेल अस इन एडवांस.
ओके.
इट शुड नॉट बी लाइक कि अभी 5 बजे क्लोजिंग है और 4 बजे आप पैकिंग मटेरियल ढूंढ रहे हो, और दैट बिकम्स डिफिकल्ट फॉर ईच एंड एवरीवन. सो आई कैन नॉट प्रेशराइज माय काउंटर पार्ट गाइज ऑल्सो. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि मुझे ये टाइप की पैकिंग चाहिए, प्लास्टिक श्रिंक रैप चाहिए, कार्टन चाहिए, ये साइज के कार्टन चाहिए, लेट अस नो इन एडवांस. अगर आपके कोई कार्टन है एम्प्टी कार्टन, लाइक यहाँ से भेजा आपने कार्टन, इफ यू वांट टू रिटेन इट, हैंड ओवर टू माय गाइज.
ओके.
रिटर्न में आपको हैंड ओवर कर दिए जाएंगे. यू पैक इट, वो सेम कार्टन में, गिव इट बैक टू मी. रिगार्डिंग द रिटर्न इनवॉइसेस डिटेल्स जो भी है, यू डू योर शो. फर्स्ट यू कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन द एग्जीबिशन. अटेंड करने में योर माइंड विल बी लाइक आई नीड टू सेल माई ब्रांड. कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन दैट. आप कंप्लीट करके आप इंडिया आ जाओ, देन विल डिस्कस ऑन द डॉक्यूमेंट्स. सिर्फ आपके पास वो टैली होना चाहिए, व्हाट ऑल पीसेज यू हैव कैरिड, वो डिटेल्स आपके पास पूरी होनी चाहिए. दैट इज द थिंग. अगर 200 पीसेज यू हैव कैरिड, सो यू शुड हैव दोज डिटेल्स. सो 200 पीसेज ये सारे हैं. So these details must be with you.
I have one question.
Yes,
the
sir.
exhibition will get, since I am also a participant, okay. So the exhibition would get over at 6:30.
6 p.m.
6 o'clock. And there are 237 people. When I am shipping the goods to you, I would do it at my convenience, my speed. I would have people in my factory doing all the things.
Correct.
How soon can you finish the 237 exhibitors packing on that day?
See, we have handled lot of big machinery shows. We have been regularly doing it. So against that machinery shows, these are like peanuts. Like yeah, hand carry items. These are
No,
cartons. Like
that's not the answer I am looking at.
Yeah.
The time deadline.
see, time deadlines. Like if you say by 6:30 it closes, but obvious as an organizer, you won't allow my people to move with the empty cartons during the show, right? So 6:30, you need to give me some like a couple of hours or something, so that if we are storing any empty cartons, we need time to deliver to the respective exhibitors. If they have some requirement for the packing material, I need to arrange to deliver those packing. But this all happens only after the official closure announcement of the show, not before that. So I request all exhibitors, आप ध्यान रखिए 3 बजे 2 बजे अगर आप कॉल करोगे, यार मेरा कार्टन्स किधर है, पैकिंग मटेरियल. If so, practically,
See,
it won't be allowed.
for everybody's information, we are trying our best to get some storing space in the World Trade Center itself, okay, where we can keep our empty cartons, which you will have to just open it and keep it. Okay, so you don't have to run again for the जैसा होटल से जब आप चेकआउट करते हो आपका स्टॉल नंबर वो हम लगा देंगे, so that you don't have to, everybody doesn't have to buy the cartons again. We are seeing if that is workable or not workable.
Hi friend, any other query regarding logistics?
सर मेरा सजेशन ये है कि हम लोग एग्जीबिशन यहाँ पे करते हैं तो हमारे पास हेल्पर होते हैं, यहाँ पे तो कोई हेल्पर है नहीं. सो आई सजेस्ट कि सीएमआई थोड़े 8-10 हेल्पर ले लेवे जो सबको हेल्प करे, एक ग्रुप बना देवे, क्योंकि ये प्रॉब्लम होगी पार्सल का, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है.
We'll consider it.
We will consider it.
Yeah.
We are already planning it. But India और दुबई में एक फर्क है. World Trade Center, they are very rigid with their rules and regulations.
Right.
Yeah. We are trying it.
Yeah, thank you.
If needed, I know a HR consultant in Dubai who can provide these services. So if CMI wants to engage in that, we can connect. I can send it across.
We'll connect with you.
Yes.
We'll connect with you.
Ma'am was having one query.
No, we'll share that PPT along with you all on the exhibitors group. From there, you have to take it personally. We're just trying to facilitate the transport. So the PPT will be sharing on the WhatsApp group of our exhibitors, and from there you have to take it personally, individually with the transport agency.
See, for return also, like we will be exporting, so we have all the required customs documents at the time of exports. See, customs will ask for the documents. Show me exports mein kya becha tha aapne. Since we are exporting, we have those documents. On
So
return,
you don't need any extra paper.
on return, I just need a return commercial invoice from you.
See, you would be, to export, you would need your IEC code, which is good for your import and export both.
Yeah, as I gentleman said, like I would like to reiterate again the same thing. कि shortage of samples नहीं होने चाहिए. No shortage of samples and no excess of samples. Like he said, like आपने यहाँ से 200 pieces भेजे. On return, आपने सोचा चलो और किसी ने sample दिए वो भी मैं डाल दूँ. Your whole shipment will get held up with the customs. Second thing, like many times it happens कि वहाँ से कुछ आपको कुछ gifts मिलते हैं. You buy something locally from there. So वो भी आप डाल देते हो रिटर्न शिपमेंट में. Customs will not accept any undeclared item. Both ways, not at the time of exports also, not at the time of imports also. Exports में again एक thumb rule है. Whatever you have declared on the documents must be there in the shipment physically. Nothing out of it. Physically shipment में जो है must be there in the documents. उसके बाहर का कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए. Many times it happens like exhibitor बोलते हैं ठीक है मेरे कपड़े भी जा रहे हैं मैं कपड़े भी डाल देता हूँ. थोड़े राइस डाल नहीं, it happens when we send it because see, it is not mistake of the exhibitor. It is just because the exhibitors are not educated properly. This is like, it gives me immense pleasure, like I am happy like CMA has taken this stand like to guide and educate all the exhibitors कि कैसा होना चाहिए. Like very few organizers are there like कि हम लोग जाके ऐसे सेशंस में हम लोग उनको एजुकेट करते हैं. Customer never knows ना कि customs का regulations क्या है, rules क्या है. Many times it happens हम लोग मशीनरी shows करते हैं, मशीनरी में ये लोग राइस के बैग्स डालते हैं, दाल के बैग्स डालते हैं, तेल डालते हैं, और ये कभी मालूम पड़ता है कि चलो कस्टम्स में मेनी टाइम्स इट हैपन बड़ी मशीनरीज ओपन नहीं करते. एट द टाइम ऑफ एक्सपोर्ट वी शो फोटोग्राफ्स, वी शो विंडो जहां पे मॉडल मेक नंबर सीरियल हो गए. डेस्टिनेशन इट कंप्लीटली डिपेंड्स ऑन द डेस्टिनेशन. कस्टम्स फिजिकली ओपन करते हैं मशीन और बाद में पता चलता है इसमें राइस है. एक बंदे ने अपना ब्रीफकेस डाला था, कपड़े वगैरह वो सब. कस्टम विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट दैट. कस्टम विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट दैट. कस्टम्स पहले एग्जिबिटर से बोलने से पहले दे चैलेंज अस, हमको खड़ा कर देते हैं. Haven't you educated your exhibitors? Haven't you educated your clients? Just keep a thumb rule. जो मैंने डिक्लेयर किया है वही उसमें होना चाहिए. जो नहीं डिक्लेयर किया है वो वहां पे नहीं होगा. बोथ वेज. वहां से भी आपको कुछ मिल रहा है, सोविनियर मिल रहा है, क्या मिल रहा है, कीप इन योर बैगेज. डोंट पुट इन द शिपमेंट. कुछ भी मिलता है, नथिंग टू पुट इन द शिपमेंट. एनी क्वेश्चंस?
Yeah, one question. One question. Most of us would be taking part for the first time. Export कर रहे होंगे. So export में, suppose के we are talking about how the samples will go from here. Yeah. Now, if we think that the samples have reached there, now a buyer comes and he says, what is the cost of this shirt? Now, here I know what is the price of it, but how do I add the freight part into the cost of the garment?
सर इसके लिए अपन 5 मिनट बाद में क्वेश्चन आंसर वेयर हाउसिंग शिपमेंट के बारे में अगर कोई क्वेश्चन है तो देन ही कैन बी we'll do that.
Okay.
We'll be doing that. Say, we'll brief you on all the other queries except the logistic shipments. If there is anything you need to ask now and wait for the other FAQs to happen.
So in logistic, I would like to know that when or on what date we will be receiving the samples in our warehouse or maybe in Bombay. Because the same samples have got to be used for the exhibitions in India also. So that is my question.
अजीत भाई वो तो माल खत्म हो जाएगा ना यार.
नहीं माल कैसे वही तो सैंपल दिखाने हैं यार. थोड़ी सैंपल बेचने को जाते हैं. Boss, this is a very valid question because in my case, I have got certain date in December where I have to utilize the same samples in India. Yeah. Maybe in Delhi or maybe in Ludhiana. So what will be a committed date for me to get the samples?
See, on return shipment, it totally again depends on the customs. But we ensure, like, since this is going for Dubai, so again we take a one month's time again. 2 working weeks again because there are bond cancellation, other formalities also there.
Not applicable.
So 25 days is what usually
I
it takes.
think you'll have to work on this because it doesn't apply to me, but most of the people sitting here are domestic garment manufacturers.
Ajit bhai, see, I can tell you one thing. Indian customs, when it comes to exports, would take 2 days. When it comes to import, it would definitely be more than 2 days.
Exactly.
That's how the customs work.
We'll try and work with him and get back to you with a more latest update or more prompt update after this.
Because
tell me one thing, sir. On return, everybody would hand over you the goods on 29th.
Okay.
We would be giving you at the venue itself.
Okay.
Okay. Can it be shipped on the first available vessel, taking into account the number of 2, 3, 4 days, whatever it is?
Yeah, but obviously, again.
Ajit bhai, I think return can be managed. Return would be more manageable.
I think max 10 to 15.
I'll tell you why we are in more hurry than you. Basically, I'll tell you. जितना दिन मेरे एजेंट के या मेरे काउंटर पार्ट के वेयरहाउस में रहेगा, आई विल बी इनकरिंग एडिशनल स्टोरेज कॉस्ट, बट ऑब्वियसली इट इज एन एडिशनल कॉस्ट फॉर मी. सो इट गोज अ स्टैंडर्ड प्रैक्टिस. बिफोर कंप्लीशन ऑफ द एग्जीबिशन, यू लाइक ऑल एग्जीबिटर्स विल बी सरप्राइज व्हाई दे आर आस्किंग मी फॉर रिटर्न शिपिंग इंस्ट्रक्शन सो फास्ट. अभी शो भी खत्म नहीं है, एंड व्हाई दे आर आस्किंग फॉर द रिटर्न इंस्ट्रक्शंस. रीजन बिहाइंड, वी ऑल्सो वांट द कार्गो टू बी बैक सून. सो वी ऑलवेज No, agreed, sir. But as this gentleman said, like, see, when the point comes of import or re-import, customs are very much stringent on, because it is a matter of revenue to the government. So they are not lenient on that. For your information, there are no restrictions on exports. There are no restrictions on exports other than prohibited and restricted goods. कोई भी customs अगर आपको कहीं बोलता है exhibitor को कि आपका माल फंसा है exports में, you can straight away go and apply. कोई भी, it's a government of India rule. You cannot hold any of the export consignment. If there are any queries, you can do it provisional. Customs officer, commissioner is like, they have been given a written instructions. It can be provisional. आपको अगर कुछ customs को query है, provisionally करो, custom cargo release करा दो. Customs can take provisionally जो भी clarification लेना है, but they cannot hold exports cargo. But obvious import में है. Import, re-import is stringent.
I wanted to seek a clarification.
Sorry?
Yeah.
I wanted to seek
Was it regarding the logistics?
Me? Yes.
Yeah, it's regarding the logistics.
Yeah, tell me.
A while ago, you
One-
told us about mentioning the model number and
Yeah.
on the article. So does that have to be mentioned on the invoice as well?
Yeah.
So if we are carrying like 200 different articles, so does it mean that the invoice should have 200 different entries in that?
See, you will be declaring individual way a price for that. Then, but obviously you need to line wise. For example, if I am carrying 200 shirts, for examples, okay, but the rates are same.
Yeah.
Say suppose $75-80 per shirt. You can mention a single line shirts in the bracket.
I am aware of that, but you told us that to get those articles back, we need to mention the exact model numbers. Customs will verify those model numbers.
Yeah.
Whether they are so does that mean if I want all those samples back, so does that mean the shipment invoice has to have 300 different entries in that? So that will be like 20 pages invoice.
No, no, why?
Packing list.
Right.
Invoice can be a single line item.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can
attach
bifurcate it HS code wise. That's
Yeah,
it.
and you can attach an annexure to it.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Just to understand, we spoke about the timelines if it's an ocean freight shipment. Just for the sake of clarity, in your air shipment, what is the turnaround time that you all are targeting? And what is the ballpark and the minimum requirement for an air shipment? Say, for example, if certain gentleman wants to bring back certain samples on a more urgent basis,
we can
have two separate, can have half the samples come back by sea and half come back by air also. That's also possible.
Yeah, that's also possible.
So the turnaround time and the
Air
cost.
shipment like 10-12 days.
So that will get you the details. The shipment ka details will not be able to move any further. We'll share the PPT. We'll share the details, contact details. You can contact with them. We'll try and negotiate with them A on the rates, B on the timeline as well, and get you updated. And thank you so much, Sachin, for being present.
CMAI has given a desk over there. So I'll be positioned there.
So,
if anything is, you can
Sachin has a desk here. You can talk to him after the event and then again online and as well on the phone. So thank you so much, Sachin,
Thank you
for
so
being
much.
here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
अंकुर, one more thing I want to add. जो भी hand carry sample लेके जाएगा, at least reach minimum 2 hours for custom clearance, other than the time guideline given by the airlines. समझो airline बोलता है 3 घंटे पहले पहुंचो तो 2 hours more for custom clearance. नहीं तो custom में time लगेगा, you may miss the flight. Please keep that in mind.
So most of those who are carrying have additional 2 hours. Thank you for the information, Mukesh bhai. Would like to also update you all that we for the big buyers and corporate houses there in the Gulf, we're offering few facilities from CMI, that is a free stay in a 5-star hotel in Dubai. Apart from which we are also offering VIP lounge passes for them, and also we have appointed few Arabic interpreters. So if somebody has some connect or wants to get somebody, some big retailers, please share the details and we'll be able to or would try to help as much as possible. Now, apart from this logistics, if there are any other queries or questions anybody of you have, please feel free to ask. We will try and answer as many as we can now or later get back to you for a further update. Yeah. Anybody for any further queries? Yeah.
The way we do it in Bombay, in India, because that is very important.
So what do you prefer? Zoning?
I would
or-
prefer zoning.
We are not planning.
Ajit bhai, I will just share something with you. We have got, I will just share the numbers. We have got 102 in men's, 112 in men's,
Okay.
71 in women's, 47 in kids. Then we have got brands which are making women's and kids both.
Okay.
Okay, that is 35.
Oh.
I would recommend, since it's our first show, let us do it mix. Let us do it mix. The only advantage would be we would have crowd all over the fair, and like, when a customer comes, he can also see, we would always be giving them the floor guide, the floor plan we would be giving this also to them. So I think for our first show, it would be advantageous if we have it mixed.
I would think
even in NGF, till we reached around 300, we were having mix.
Even at Delhi NIGF, this was our first fair in Delhi. So we had it mixed.
I know. Yeah, but I would rather still talk about zoning. The reason is that even in the big groups, they have got their individual buyers for individual segments. Like a men's purchaser for a big group is separate. So definitely it will help them to reach out to you.
But we would consider your proposal. At the moment, we will not be making any commitment.
Surely.
Okay. We will have to go back and look at the stall sizes and everything. And what we are doing one entry, one exit.
Okay.
We have taken 2 halls, and we are making it's a pillarless hall. 2 halls. We are making entry from one hall and exit from the other hall.
Okay. So our cubicile is also seamless.
Yeah, 12 and 16.
Seamless. Doesn't
12
have
and
any
16.
Pillars. Yeah, but it doesn't have any pillars in it.
No, it doesn't have any pillar.
That's good. Any restriction on making my stall the way I want it? Because here we go for simplicity, and that's an international fair. So many of
I will tell you one thing. The way we are flexible in NESCO, Dubai World Trade Center is entirely different.
Okay.
They have got their own rules and regulations, their own registered vendors. So if at all somebody wants to get anything done within the stall, you can do it, but through the registered vendor. So if somebody wants to put flex, you can do it. We would share the name of the...
They can also carry, but they will have to...
So that list will be shared with...
Yeah, we will share the list.
Plus time is a constraint, Ajit Bhai. We'll hand over the stall only at 3 o'clock. Time is a constraint.
And there'll be stall allotment the way we do it in India? Same.
It will be the lottery system.
Draw lots.
Yeah, we'll have a draw of lots.
And if somebody has taken double stall, he'll be accordingly...
Same draw of lots.
Same, okay.
Yeah, yes.
The transparency remains. Yeah. In Bombay, yeah.
Around 10th October, we'll let you know.
Sir, just to offer a... you can go ahead. I have 2-3 questions. One is like, you said you'll be giving 2 exhibitor pass for one brand. So if there is a 3 or 4 people like representing the brand, what is the procedure for getting the extra passes?
We would provide you the extra passes.
Okay.
There is no restriction on the number of people within your cubicle.
Okay.
We would be providing 2 lunch.
Okay. Yeah, that is fine.
We would be providing 1 room where 2 people can stay.
Okay. And for the additional, if...
We have got 2 hotels. One is Move and Pick. One is Grand Hyatt Regency.
Yes.
Move and Pick is very clear. Doesn't have facilities for extra bed.
Okay.
Okay. So if you are bringing in any extra person, you will have to make arrangement for them.
We are trying. Mostly we'll get around 20-30 rooms.
Okay.
With extra beds.
So that arrangement
So it will
should
be
be done by us.
First services. Whoever books first, they will get it.
The arrangement for the extra person should be done by our own, or you will take care of?
That you will have to do on your own.
Payment you will have to do on your own.
Okay. But with just 20 beds, okay, the chances of everybody getting an extra bed is very low.
Okay.
In Move and Pick, we have got 167 rooms, 160 rooms. Okay. So out of 160 exhibitors, they are saying they would provide one extra bed to only 20 rooms.
Okay.
Okay. So everybody will not get it. Yeah. So the extra person who comes, if anybody intends to bring an extra person, please inform us in advance.
Okay.
Because we have made arrangement for coaches from hotel to the exhibition venue and exhibition venue to the hotel. So, if like we are projecting 237 exhibitors into 472 people would be coming.
Okay.
Now, if we get 800 people, we will have to make arrangement for the coaches.
Okay.
So, if anybody is bringing in more than 2 people, please write a mail to CMAI so we can make adequate arrangement. Yeah, actually, those things would be charged.
Yeah.
Means we just do not want to say, हमने नहीं बोला था.
It's okay.
Yeah? We will try to accommodate to the best of our ability, but again, there are certain constraints.
So one more thing.
All
When,
hotels are
they're very expensive.
1200 dirham.
so when will you be announcing the stall numbers to the brands like?
Around 10th of October.
We'll have a draw.
We will have a draw.
October.
Draw slots around 10th of October. The dates will be announced soon.
10th of October. Okay.
On the day of
We will give you on the day of draw of lots.
Just like NGF, when we hold our draw of lot, there would be the total floor plan on the board. Yeah.
One last question.
Branding in what sense? Within the venue? Inside the stall?
That you will have to do on your own.
You will have to do.
Yes, but through a registered vendor of the World Trade Center, you can carry your flexes and all, but the installations or whatever needs to be done, it needs to be done through the registered vendor. So in case you're planning to do any branding, do send us a mail, an image. We'll try and send it to WTC and try and get a quote from them and tell you. We cannot do it on our own. Of course, the standees and all you can carry along with it and put it up. But apart from that, please try and send us an email with details required because the vendors we cannot source from outside. It's a restriction there.
See, whatever you want to do at the venue, please write to us.
Okay.
Means we just do not want you want to do something and WTC people come and tell you this is not allowed. We need to inform them well in advance. This is what we would be doing.
11th hour में वहाँ कुछ नहीं हो सकता.
Sir, any arrangement for mannequins?
We haven't made any arrangements for mannequins. We'll try and search for the vendor and try. Okay. Yeah.
So one last question.
But if somebody wants mannequin, please write to us and we will revert back within a week whether it's possible or it's not possible.
Sir, what about the visa arrangement?
Visa and ticketing you will have to do on your own. It's quite easy to get the Dubai visa through a travel agents, but we not being a part. You'll have to do the travel arrangements on your own.
I would request everybody, please book your air tickets ASAP if you have not booked it till now. Every day the fare is going up.
So.
Any specific formulas for prices? Normally, if you see pricing for export, all depends on your buyers also. All depends on your buyers, whether it's a large retailers, small, medium retailers. Depends on quantity, everything. Basically, if I am also working in export in Middle East, it's with large retailers is mainly with open costing. Okay, and small and medium retailers, we get good price like local से आपको 15-20% कम में देना है. Generally आपका distributor margin हट जाता है. And all depends on product, casual wear, formal wear, ethnic wear. I would not know about ethnic wear at all. Like men's t-shirt, I sell at $3 to $6.
See, in UAE, you would get buyers who would start buying from 2 dozen per color. That's the smallest buyer, I would say. Okay, 2 dozen per color. And the quantum can go up to 2,000 pieces a color. So it all depends what quantity you are selling, what kind of buyer is there, and what kind of product you are selling. Yes, it would be a competitive price. And we are also trying to provide some space to some indenting agents and importers in UAE.
Within the fair.
Within the fair.
So can I know the stall dimensions?
4 by 3. 4 is the width. 3 is the depth for 12 square meter.
And 4 by 4.
And 4 by 4 for 16 square meter.
So one last question. Like you said, you're providing a stay for the dealers at the 5-star hotel and all. Once you get the list of all the dealers, will you be sharing it to all the members of the members participating?
We don't share the list of the dealers.
Okay.
We don't share.
Whoever are like coming to the fair.
No, we don't share the list of the dealers.
Share the data, of course. That is what the president mentioned in his address. The data is a sacred thing which is kept at the CMAI office. We do not have access and we do not share it.
No. Even the visitor who is coming to the fair, even in NGF, we do not share the data. Okay. But we try our best that the visitor do move around in the fair. That is the reason, depending on the retailer, his scale, we would provide 1 night stay, 2 night stay and all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Online live coverage going to be there? Online live coverage going to be there at the time of the exhibition?
No, this is not the live coverage for the event. What we mentioned was the live coverage of the earlier event which had happened.
Okay.
And we had already appointed the PR agency in Dubai, where we got covered in most of the most premium newspapers and the web channels along with the media influence. That same PR agency is going to continue with us till the event and after the event, and we are trying to promote it at the highest level. Okay. Of course, we'll promote it also through the social media, and the snippets will be put up regularly.
Okay. From ministry side, from India or from UAE, any anticipation who is going to give this any participation so that...
So we have approached the Honorable Minister of Textile, Mr. Piyush Goyal, about 15 days back, and we requested him to join us for the inauguration. We have also represented the same to the state of Maharashtra Textile Minister Shri Chandrakant Dada Patil. We have also approached the Honorable Minister of Textile State, Srimati Darshana Ben Zardosh. We are hopeful that they may come up, and we are also, as our President mentioned, we are also following up for the MAI, the grant for our exhibition.
Okay, good. Last one.
We have to understand one thing. There are elections in 4 states in India. Parliament might have their winter session somewhere in November end. And unfortunately for government, election in 4 states is more important than promoting a show of India. But still, we are hopeful.
Okay.
And I think if the minister does come, it would be Sone Pe Suhaga. But on my personal thing, I think it would be the visitors which should matter to us more than the minister.
Okay. Last one. After the show, every day the show ends at 6 o'clock. After that, any program is there? Just, hey, no.
We just went to Dubai.
No,
I will tell you on a-
business perspective only I'm talking, not for entertainment.
And then I will just add on that also. Dubai allows 4 liters of liquor when you enter Dubai.
No.
This is for information of others. It may have been of no useful information for you. We are planning, I'm not committing, we are planning a dinner on the 28th of November. That is the second day of the show. I'm not committing as of now because the hotel doesn't have the confirmed banquet hall to provide us. So second day we would be having a dinner. And if the MAI grant comes through, we also might have another show in Moscow in coming year.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Sir,
Would the do's and don'ts from World Trade Center and CMAI shared with the participants much earlier? Because then we can follow our route of... We can share
By 10th of October should be fine. 10th of October we will give you everything. See, I will tell you one thing. The way Dubai World Trade Center works.
Sir.
We have sent them the floor plan 10 days ago. They have to approve it. So till they don't approve the floor plan, we cannot do the draw of lot.
सर वीजा प्रोसेस के लिए आपका अथॉरिटी लेटर मिलेगा
पार्टिसिपेशन का आपको ये मिल जाएगा लेटर.
और वीजा प्रोसेसिंग फी जो होती है वो वेव होगी या नहीं होगी?
नहीं, वेव नहीं होगी. मेरे ख्याल से नहीं होगी.
सर सब हो रहे पार्टिसिपेट तो उसका हो सकता है नहीं हो सकता आगे रिक्वेस्ट में.
देखिए ऐसा है, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने स्टार्टअप के लिए कुछ इंसेंटिव किए हैं. फर्स्ट टाइम एक्सपोर्ट वालों के लिए किए हैं. बट दैट इज गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. क्या होता है नहीं होता है वी डू नॉट नो. बट वी आर वेरी होपफुल. MAI ग्रांट में हमें कुछ ना कुछ मिलना चाहिए. वो आपके सब बाकी खर्चे का टेक केयर कर देगा.
ओके सर.
नो कमिटमेंट.
Regarding the MAI grant, do we need to register with any government bodies like say Udyam or some other?
You need Udyam certificate. You need to have an import-export license.
Okay, so all of us need to register for
IEC
code. And except that, no other paperwork required from our side, right?
So now that we are participating for the first time, basically I'm talking about myself. So we have to keep our this tags on MRP, AED or US dollars. How are we supposed to calculate?
Don't keep any MRP.
For export, the prices are set by the buyers.
Okay.
So you can also have quotes on your tags, not necessary to put prices in
Don't
US
put
dollar.
any prices on your tag.
What I would suggest,
Okay.
you carry a price list.
Okay.
Say, for this quantity, this is your price list.
Okay.
For double the quantity, this is your price list.
Okay, so we have to keep a price list from the perspective of quantity. Okay.
Yeah, but rate you will
And
have
the
to
profile of the buyer.
We are not supposed to mention on the tag.
No.
Not necessary.
Okay.
Advisable not to mention any price on tag.
Okay.
But the prices need to be mentioned in US dollar mostly to all the
Put your
buyers.
selling price, but not MRP and all that.
Or you can put up the prices in USD and then you can give discount to the buyer on that. There is UAE doesn't have any
MRP
rules
is
regulation
not
on prices.
We are also keeping 810 interpreter also, Arabic to Hindi and all that. Because a lot of Saudi buyers, they don't speak Hindi and all. So, see, we'll keep 10 interpreter. I can't give 200 interpreter.
See,
So
UAE, I don't think there is any issue on
90% सब हिंदी बोलते हैं.
And English would...
English तो हो जाएगा. Saudi people, they are not even very comfortable with English. So we would need interpreters specifically for them.
For Saudi people.
For Saudi people. It will not. We will not have one interpreter in every stall. If you have any buyer, you will have to seek for interpreter.
Okay.
Will you provide Wi-Fi? Internet.
We'll try and manage if possible, no commitment, but we'll try and provide as much as possible. We're negotiating with the WTC as of now. We are negotiating with the WTC for that as of now. Of course, we're trying, we're negotiating.
The other option is whichever mobile carrier you have. In Dubai,
Data
it's 700 something per day if you're carrying your roaming. Or you can take a SIM card from Dubai and use it for your data.
Okay.
I think that would be much cheaper than going in for a Wi-Fi.
एक रिक्वेस्ट ये है कि out of personal experience, since we visited quite a number of times, it is advisable if you take a 1 week or a 10-day package instead of a daily package, because in a daily package there is quite less amount of data which comes, and nowadays most of the work is done on the data, so it is advisable if you take the 1 week or a 10-day package, whichever is on your service provider.
And in hotel you have free Wi-Fi access.
एक्स्ट्रा रैक्स और टेबल के लिए कुछ
Extra rack and table.
हमने आप लोगों को लिस्ट दी हुई है.
उसमें एक्स्ट्रा चाहिए तो
We have received requests for extra furniture, etc. But we will share. We'll be sharing that list with you in a few days after we get the exact quote from WTC.
Okay,
because that we have to take from WTC only.
Okay.
I recently checked the website of WTC. It's already allowing us to book from a vendor, and the pricing also quite affordable. Can we do it? Yeah. Okay, so we can book from there at this moment, right? Okay. Okay. No, but will you be offering all the products they are offering on their website? Because there are certain kind of racks which I need. I make formal shirts.
Same website. Only thing is when you try to register on that website, they will ask you for your stall number. So that's why. So that's why we have to wait for the draw slots. That's it.
Okay.
We are already providing you, a prescribed number of stands and racks in your stall.
So the thing is, the racks you're providing, we make formal shirts. It's not feasible for us to hang.
I agree with you. On 10th of October, when we give you the stall numbers, please book it. Other than what we are providing. Okay. So what Mr. Rohit Munjal is saying, we are gathering the information from the exhibitors, and we can get it for you, or if they are allowed, let them do it on their own. I think it would be easier if you do it on your own. You are assured that this is available, this is not available.
Thank you.
In the meantime, can we get the images of whatever you are providing? Like a rack, so the image.
We have already provided on that Google form.
Okay.
Where, all the exhibitors. For hangers, we had sent you a Google form with the images.
Done, yeah.
I think either your phone number is not registered with that.
No, that is done. The hanger.
Stand also we have sent.
Okay, I'll check on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And there will be all new parties, right? So there are possibilities with some of them we work with advance, maybe direct.
Work with advance or LC or DP. Don't work on credit.
Okay.
Unless until you know them or आपने पहले किया है.
Okay.
Others don't work on credit.
See, we are trying to get some local indenting agents, some Arath and other people also to be in the fair. So maybe if you can work with any of them, that would try to minimize your risk.
Or like maybe that can happen if like by end of the trade, I mean like after like 3 days of event, whatever bookings we have got, maybe we can share the details with you, like with this parties we have booked so much of orders and these are like asking for credit. So maybe we can work with this with the credit and you can do the background check.
But we might have to come up with a payment default committee for international.
No, once एक बार अगर कस्टमर आ जाता है, at least try and work on advance.
Noted.
While Kirti Bhai is sitting here. Kirti Bhai is sitting here. He has got 100 dealers in Dubai. किसका भी reference चाहिए तो Kirti Bhai है.
So while calculating the prices and quoting them, do we have to consider any unforeseen costing, which probably shipping?
If dollar is 82 rupees, count on 80 rupees. 82 se mat karo.
Okay. Any shipping or any other freights, any other charges which we should consider?
See, normally it's FOB or CIF and all that. So charges, Mukesh.
Most of the buyer would want a CIF price.
So roughly about 3% is the cost of the freight, and for the LCL about 5% for the FCL. It is better if you calculate that, you calculate the risk in terms of packaging as well, you calculate. So in all about 8 to 10% markup on the transport, insurance and others is advisable. We would also recommend that the government of India provides you with ECGC cover, that's export credit guarantee cover, for where you can, kind of insure your dispatches, your sale through government of India. You have to intimate the ECGC department. They charge you, you have to become a member of ECGC, which is not very expensive. It's like an insurance scheme for your trade. So that's a quite advisable thing. So about 8 to 10% markup is more advisable.
And fees is hardly 6 to 7,000.
Like you asked, no, about the customer. You can send the detail of the customer to us. Rather than that, you become a member of ECGC, go to them, give your party's detail in the orders, get yourself insured. If they will be satisfied, then only they will insure you. Otherwise, they will say this party is blacklisted, don't do the business. ECGC is best for all your safety and security of the exports.
Yes.
Just a small discussion was happening amongst the three of us, and I just realized, a lot of time when there is countries like China or Japan, etc., who are going as a delegation and participating for trade shows, etc., they sometimes as a whole exhibitor list, they have certain policies or certain recommendations that they do. For example, we don't want that we go over there and people amongst us only starts, over-delivering, over-promising, etc. So does CMI, can you share a guideline like this of what could be the terms that we should offer? Like just a question.
In export, one thing is very important. The buyer wants delivery on schedule. So in your eagerness to get an order, don't commit on a delivery schedule which is absolutely unrealistic. The buyer would say, ये माल मुझे 15 दिन में चाहिए. उसको 40 दिन में भी चलता है, फिर भी वो 15 दिन में मांगेगा. Just be assured what you are committing, you can deliver on that day. Yeah, I think that's what important. Want to add something?
In nutshell, don't overcommit, whether it's the rate, delivery or anything, because for the buyer to refuse the order, you cannot go anywhere. और झूठा वाला LR नहीं चलता यार.
Also,
be very realistic there.
Also to the big buyers, like जो open costing वाला वगैरह सारा काम करते हैं, commit to them the days only after the PP samples and everything is approved. आपने बोल दिया 90 days में दे दूंगा, एक महीना तो sample approval, company registration उसमें निकल जाएगा. So then you will lose that 1 month. You cannot go ahead. So better commit like that. after PPA approved, 60 days, 90 days, 10 days, whatever your production capacity and the things are there. Anything you commit, PPA approval, post PPA approval. Because वहाँ पे छुट्टियाँ भी आती है, Friday, Saturday, Sunday छुट्टी बना लेते हैं, 6 दिन courier में लग जाता है, then they send the comment, you will again make a PP sample. वो एक महीना ऐसे ही निकल जाएगा, पता भी नहीं चलेगा. And then you lose the date, and then they will charge you LD charges. So be careful committing the dates.
Any other query?
Friends, anybody who wants to have one-to-one conversation with Mr. Mukesh Jain, he would be more than willing, more than happy to help you guys out. Any questions which you think are unanswered, which might come to your mind tomorrow, okay, I wanted to ask this also, please write to us. We will be more than happy to revert back. See, whatever sticker you are comfortable with, you can put that.
MRP अवॉइडेबल इसके लिए अगर हैंड कैरी करेंगे लेके आने के टाइम पे फिर वो बहुत दिक्कत होती है कई बार. तो MRP की जगह खाली रखो, WSP लिखना है रिमेम्बरेंस के लिए तो अच्छा है. जनरली वहां पे जो कस्टमर्स हैं वो आपको USD के रेट्स या इंडियन रुपी के रेट पूछते हैं. दीज आर द 2 कॉमन करेंसीज विच दे वर्क ऑन मोस्टली.
बेटर है कि उस पे ना लिखो ना, क्योंकि क्या होगा उसमें, से फॉर एग्जाम्पल देयर इज कोई 2 दुकान वाला है, ही इज बाइंग 4 डजन, कोई 20 दुकान वाला है, ही इज बाइंग 20 डजन, कोई 100 दुकान वाला है. तो 2 दुकान वाला भी आपके उस प्राइस को बेंचमार्क बना लेगा और 200 दुकान वाला भी उस प्राइस को बेंचमार्क बनाएगा. तो योर प्राइसेस शुड वैरी फ्रॉम, जैसे हम यहाँ पे करते हैं कि भाई एक सेट का दुकानदार आता है, उसकी प्राइसिंग अलग है, डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर की अलग है, चेन ऑफ स्टोर्स की अलग है. तो आपको वहां पे तीनों टाइप के लोग मिलेंगे. सिंगल रिटेलर भी मिलेगा, एजेंट डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर भी मिलेगा, चेन ऑफ स्टोर्स भी मिलेंगे. चेन ऑफ स्टोर्स मे आस्क यू फॉर देयर प्राइवेट लेबल ऑल्सो. सो इफ यू गाइज आर रेडी, देन उनका कॉम्प्लायंसेस अगर किसी का है तो वो, एंड प्लस ऑल द थिंग्स वट एवर टू बी फुलफिल्ड बाय देम, तो उस हिसाब से आप अपनी प्राइसिंग दीजिएगा. एक मोटा मोटी खाली पेपर बना लीजिएगा अपने पास कि कौन से डिजाइन नंबर का क्या प्राइस है. एंड देन तो जो है मेजरली ओनर या रिस्पॉन्सिबल आदमी रहेगा, हु कैन टेक अ कॉल एट द प्राइस. एंड प्राइसेस शुड बी इन USD. और अगर बॉम्बे पोर्ट, उसमें आपको 3 चीजें और बोल सकते हो. वन इज एक्स फैक्ट्री प्राइस, वन इज बॉम्बे पोर्ट प्राइस, एंड बहुत से लोग वहां पे दुबई पोर्ट की भी बात करते हैं. बी केयरफुल, दुबई पोर्ट का आपने कमिटमेंट नहीं करना है. यू हैव टू कमिट ओनली बॉम्बे पोर्ट कस्टम क्लियरेंस, दैट्स इट.
If anybody wants CMAI to provide some other services, please write to us.
Thank you, friends. I'd like to thank our president also. He was supposed to be with the Honorable Minister of Textiles today. We were called, CMI was called to make a presentation as regards the textile, but he chose to be amongst us so that he could give us all the insights. So I'd like to thank him for that. Also, I'd like to thank our show chairman Jayesh Bhai Shah, who's been leading from the front, traveled for almost 50-60 days in the last 9 months just to get things organized. And Tony Bhai, as usual, with his details and the office. Also, I would like to thank you all for being part of the event. And hard work has been put by us on the dais. Apart from that, there is Mr. Jinesh Shah, who's a committee member, Mr. Mukesh Jain, who have been doing all the marketing for all of us, trying to promote the show in detail and depth. The office has been putting in enough efforts. Friends, thank you so much for coming. Do write to us for any queries and suggestions. There's dinner laid out outside. Would request you to join us for dinner today. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Friends, thank you very much. And I would like to acknowledge the effort of Mr. Jayesh Shah, Chairman of Brands of India Subcommittee, and his team. Means for us, on the very first show, such a superb performance from them. Thank you.